Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Melody, and today is going to be a very fun reading. We're going to do what good news or opportunities is on the way to you. I feel like if you've been having a hard time with this Mercury retrograde that we're currently in, if you're watching it when this is being uploaded, around the time that this was uploaded. Oh damn, the slider is almost lighter fluid. I'm trying to burn a cinnamon stick for us, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening for this today because I'm not about to go inside and get another one, or another lighter, but I feel like if you're watching this during Mercury retrograde, which is when I'm uploading this, then we are all in need of some good news. I feel like this Mercury retrograde has been pretty tough on a lot of people. A lot of people have been heavily affected by the energies. So I feel like we can just all take a deep breath as we near the end of it and start looking forward to what we're going to do with this information that we've learned during this time. So with that being said, you can focus on these three rocks and crystals. I have this painted rock right here, this carnelian for pile 2, and this rose quartz for pile 3. It doesn't really look like rose quartz because it's out here in the sun, but it is slightly pink. So go ahead and focus on the rocks, and when you're ready, go ahead and meet me at your timestamp below, and we will go ahead and get started with pile 1. Make sure this is still recording because with me being outside, all these bugs too. With me being outside, there is a lot of hotness, and this phone is like getting overheated pretty quickly. So anyway, pile 1. I almost wanted to say pile 3, so that's interesting. Pile 1, if you chose this painted rock, then this is your reading, and we will be figuring out what good news is headed your way. So we're going to start with a herbiary card, kind of get some idea of where you're at right now and like why you clicked on this reading, like what kind of information can help guide you through this time that you're in right now, and also prepare you for the times ahead. All right, pile 1 please. Pile 1. What energy is pile 1 currently dealing with, please? What energy is pile 1 currently dealing with? So we have integration, Mullen. Hopefully you can see that. Cool. Integration. So let's go ahead and find integration in the book. And I always like to read out the book for these cards because the book passages are really helpful. Mullen appears when she's needed and has trouble staying where she's not. Because of her penchant for moving about over the years, she's learned quite a bit, making her a wise guide on any journey. Mullen brings multifaceted understandings into alignment with each other, easily building intellectual bridges between seemingly disparate or disjointed things, because her gift is seeing the structure of the whole. She'll sing the relationship of bone to water or air to skin in a way that makes you wonder how you never saw these patterns for yourself. Call on Mullen when you need a torch in the darkness or an overview of the whole so you can understand the parts. So I feel like there's been a lot of changes in your life recently, and a lot of them might not be something that you quite understand. Like you're probably wondering, like, why has my life felt so disjointed? Why are all these things going on? Like, when am I going to catch a break? And right now you're in this integration process. Oop, oh no, the card is running away from us. Right now you're in this integration process. So all these moving parts in your life that feel disjointed are slowly combining so that as you move forward into the next few months of your life, you'll have a deeper understanding of where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. So you're definitely in a time that can feel quite confusing. Yeah, definitely quite confusing, and you're feeling feeling a bit lost. I'm drawn to this moth here that's on this card, and actually when I came out here, literally as soon as I sat down earlier, when I got out here, a moth flew into me and then landed on my blanket and then camped out next to my headphones for like at least 30 minutes, and I accidentally scared him away. But I was like, dang, this moth and I are just hanging out. And that just brought me to remember that moths are about transformation and resurrection. And earlier this month, I had a few run-ins with some moths. Like a moth ran into me earlier, and I'm sorry, I'm watching this monarch butterfly fly around. But a moth bumped into me earlier in the month, and when that moth bumped into me, I immediately knew that I was going through a transformative time. And now that this moth bumped into me again, I'm kind of wondering if this is like the end of this transformative time. So you could have been going through a transformative time this month, or whenever, around whatever time you're watching this, and you could be nearing the end of your transformation time. And since you're nearing the end of this transformative time that you've been in, you're entering into this integration transition time, which is when all the lessons that you've learned. There's a spider on here too. A moth bumped into me when I sat down, and then I have my shoes outside next to my blanket, and I was watching the spider crawl around on my shoes and build a web connecting my shoes, it was very interesting. So yeah, moths are about transformation, and kind of similar to a phoenix, it's about a death rebirth process, it's about resurrecting. So you could be in your resurrection phase right now after this transformation. And spiders are good. They're like protection. What else did it say? Because I literally was Googling what a spider means as well. It says, as a shadow animal spirit guide, the spider represents a renewed sense of self-worth, confidence, and a courage to follow the path of self. Spider symbolism is an effortless creation, weaving one's destiny, flowing with the rivers of life, stepping into your personal power, and capturing opportunities that come your way. I'm trying to see what the rest of that sentence was from Google, but it all gets lost in the rest of the page. But yeah, so you're in a good... It's definitely hard to be in these types of time periods because, like I said, it can feel really confusing and daunting, and it can be really frustrating as well because you're not seeing... You have all these details, but you cannot see the bigger picture. You cannot see what you're working on. It's kind of like when you have a puzzle, and instead of having the box of the puzzles that you can see what the picture is going to be when you complete the puzzle, you just have all the pieces. So you don't have that little front page to know like what this puzzle is going to turn out to be. You just have pieces of puzzle, and you're just you're in this process of connecting the puzzle pieces, but you're frustrated because you don't even know if you're connecting the right ones. You don't even know if this is all leading somewhere. You just don't quite understand. So I feel like these next few months are going to be about seeing the bigger picture. I wish I had brought the Moonology deck out here because that card is coming to mind. Look at the bigger picture from the Moonology deck. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see what good news is headed your way. Ooh. That's one thing about filming outside. I haven't done an outside video since last year when I filmed by the lake. So I really knew that whenever I did another pick card reading, I wanted to do it outside of my backyard. But the wind and my backyard is on it, I don't know if I should say an incline or a decline, because the backyard goes downhill. So I had to sit next to the tree so that I could be in the shade so that this phone wouldn't get overheated. But I'm at the edge of the decline, so the camera's tilted, everything's tilted, and I'm working in a cramped space next to the stream. But we're working with it. I really wanted to film outside, like I said, and I probably should have waited till later in the day when it wasn't so hot and the sun wasn't literally overhead. But yeah, we're just doing what we can do. So I'm gonna continuously get up and check and make sure that the cards are seen by the camera. So just work with me. Work with me. All right, pile one, please. What good news is on the way to pile one? What can pile one look forward to? Ooh, the Empress. The Knight of Water. Okay, pile one. Definitely good news is on the way to you. We're gonna do 2 more cards. Yeah. Yep. So I feel like this is where you're going and this is where you've been right now. So we have the Empress here. You're definitely getting into this place of feeling more abundant, feeling more confident, feeling more able to nurture yourself and others with the Empress card. Literally, okay, I remember, I know these cards have these little descriptions on the bottom of them, but I did not even look and say that nurture yourself and others was the last sentence on the card. I just said it because that's what the Empress is. So that's funny. Anyway, yeah, you're definitely in this time of being able to nurture yourself and others, because it might not feel like it right now, but this confusion and frustration that you've been in with the 2 of Earth and the 9 of Wands and the Moon card here. The 2 of Earth talks about too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, and I feel like you could be struggling with your finances, especially if where you have been, you're feeling really disconnected from it. Like if you're in a job right now that you don't love, is hard for you to wake up and go to every day, and you feel like you're not getting anything out of it, and you've kind of just been like in this 9 of Fire energy, which 9 of Wands is about like chaos and just trying to persevere through times, really difficult times that are so difficult that you are so close to wanting to just throw in the towel and give up. So I feel like you've been in this energy, you've definitely been in this energy of confusion and chaos, and you feel like things are like being held back from you, and you don't really quite understand why. And that's because with this Moon card here, it talks about events happening behind the scenes, and you're, like I said, everything that is happening right now will be understood once you come out of this time. And coming out of this time, you're going to be coming into a time that's more fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, definitely. So if your emotions have felt all over the place and you felt like you don't quite understand yourself and no one doesn't really understand you, you're going to be coming around into a time, into a space where you understand yourself more, and that allows people to understand you. And you're attracting people into your life, especially with this Knight of Cups energy, that want to give to you, that want to hold space for you, and especially emotional space, so that you can open up to them and tell them like about the journey that you've been on and what's been going in your life. So if you've been lacking companionship and true, genuine support from other people in your life, don't worry, because that is one of the good news that I can tell you. Good news is that this time period is literally almost over, and this time period that you've been in, like I said, is going to make more sense. So this that you're in, especially with this 9 of Wands energy, this time period of chaos, you're being encouraged to not give up, because you're going to be seeing the fruits of your labor, especially if you've been waiting on some manifestations to come in, if you've been waiting on support from your peers, if you've been waiting on love, if you've been waiting on a new job opportunity. All of that's coming in very quickly, very soon, especially with this 9 of Wands energy. 9 is right before the 10 of Wands, and that 10 of Wands energy is when you can finally release those burdens. You can finally release having to continue to fight and persevere, and you can finally put the wands down and rest. So I'm encouraging you to just keep moving forward, even though you don't know the picture, you don't know the big picture. I believe the big picture, especially with this Empress energy coming out first, is going to be revealed to you very soon. So what you've been fighting for, sometimes you don't even know what you're fighting for. Sometimes you're wondering to yourself, is this all worth it? Do I even want to keep fighting? And you're like, will I ever make it out of this time period that I'm in? And the answer to this is yes. I'm just doing the cards because I'm realizing that you can't see them all. Now you can't see the Empress. There we go. That's better. So yeah, you're wondering to yourself, is this even worth it? Like, am I going to make it out of this? Is this going to be the way my life is forever? And no, it's not going to be the way your life is forever. You have the power to make your life, to give birth to a life, to give birth to your dreams. You have the power to give birth to the life of your dreams, to make your life whatever it is. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I literally understand how tough it is. Unfortunately, you have to go through these things to have the life of your dreams. Sometimes you have to go through these upgrades. You have to go through these periods of confusion, of transformation, so you can transmute your past. And that past can be generational curses. The past is soul contracts that don't align with your future, don't align with your destiny. The past is outdated mindsets and thought patterns that don't align with where you are trying to go. And so when you're having to cleanse out that energy and you're feeling lost and confused, that a lot of times, again, is this rebirth, this transformation time period that you're going through. Going back to the moth, the moon is also here on this card. Things, moon talks about releasing fears that hold you back. So again, those outdated mindsets and thought patterns. When you have to release those things, you can feel like you're losing a part of yourself. And that in itself is really confusing and hard. So I want yourself to give yourself a clap on the back and realize that just by sitting here watching this, you're gonna make it through this, but you're also going through such a hard time, and you really need to take it easy and be kind to yourself when you can, because this stuff is not easy, and everybody's journey is different. So I know it can seem like to yourself or to other people that other people seem to have life easier than you, but one thing that you can know for sure is that when you make it out of this time right now, that when you have your blessings and you have this abundance that's coming to you, you will not take it for granted. Some people don't. Some people do have life easier for them. They have things handed to them, but they're not happy. And the thing about it is that when you go through this, you will appreciate every single thing that you're manifesting and every single thing that Spirit is planning to give to you, because they are working behind the scenes for you. It may not seem like that. It may seem like you're very much on your own, but your spirit team and your guides are working double time to help you through this, and they don't want you to give up. They want you to have courage and believe in yourself and protect. It says protect that which you have created. So yeah, especially with the Two of Earth, I understand you're feeling like you're in this kind of juggling everything that's going on, and it's really hard for you to keep up with having to juggle all these different situations and things that are hounding you. It feels like people, um, jobs that you don't, people and jobs that you don't want around you, maybe even a living situation that you are completely over being around. Yeah, I could feel like that you have an uneven exchange of energy right now, where you're putting a lot effort in, especially with this Nine of Wands energy, and you don't feel like you're getting what the effort that you're putting in back. But everything that you put in will be tripled, doubled, 10 times the amount you're getting back. You're getting all of that energy back to you very soon with the Empress and the Knight of Cups energy. So just don't give up, okay? Especially we have this Four of Earth energy on the bottom of the deck, and that is about, this time period that you're in is an investment. You're really having to invest into your dreams, and it's Four of Earth can be hard work and time and effort for a reward, and the Nine of Earth is right underneath it, and that is about success. Being able to enjoy, says enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone. But Nine of Earth is wish fulfillment, okay? Especially when it comes to money, and just feeling like, ooh, everything was worth it. So at some point very soon, you're going to come into this energy of understanding that everything was worth it. And then we have the Lovers underneath that, and I feel like, again, if you're single, love is definitely on the table for you within the next 3 to 5 months, is what I'm getting. But definitely, or even 6 months, because the Lovers is the number 6 card. But within the next 3 to 6 months rather, and either way, you're going to be feeling more fulfilled, is what I'm trying to say. And so love from all kinds of walks of life is coming to your life. So I could see some of you guys getting a pet, developing deeper friendships, connections, having more understanding, coming to a better workplace. I feel like a workplace opportunity is coming to your life where you're going to be feeling more appreciated and fulfilled in work. So love is coming to you from all different corners of the world. So that is the good news that I have for you guys. And then I'm going to pull an advice card here from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and that will end y'all's reading. Alright, what advice does pile 1 need to prepare them for the good news ahead? What advice does pile 1? Alright, so we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So that is all about trusting your intuition. If your intuition, oh man, I'll use myself for an example. I've been in a very similar place, if not the same place as you, pile 1, based on these cards that are coming out. I feel like I'm in about the same place. Like, this might be my pile if I go back and watch this. But trusting your intuition, trusting those thoughts that are telling you you'll be all right, or you're gonna make it through this, or you might have bills that need to be paid, and you have no idea how you're gonna pay them right now if you're struggling financially, and something tells you that you're gonna be fine. Trust the niggle. If you have job opportunities that are offered to you right now, and your body completely is like, no, I don't want that, please don't take the opportunity, but you're struggling for money, and you're like, well, I need this job because I need to pay my bills, don't take the job. This is an important time of trusting your body and trusting your intuition, especially trusting your body. Your sacral chakra, that is what's going to be leading you to the best choices. I've been getting into human design recently. I'm a manifesting generator, so sacral chakra is for generators and manifesting generators, and I think even manifestors, is that feeling in our gut that's like, yes, like that lights you up inside. That's what you should use to make choices if you're into human design. But especially I think all the human design types are about trusting you know, your body, and your body is what's going to lead you to the best decisions, not your mind. So when you feel negatively about a certain person, certain opportunity that's presented to you, listen to that feeling. It doesn't need to be explained. You don't have to explain to that person, to that interviewer, why you don't want that job position. You don't have to explain to your boss why you don't want to go to work that day. Listen to your body, because you have no idea when you could be saving yourself. When you're rushing to work and you're late and you're trying to figure out, you know, why you stayed in bed for so long even though you were awake. Like, you could be saving yourself from something. You never know. So just in this time especially, rest as much as you can and take time to breathe out. Trust yourself, trust your body, trust your intuition to make these next choices, to make these decisions, because this is not a time to rush this process. This process needs to be taken slowly. It needs to be thoroughly thought out, so that you, for one, you don't have to repeat this process very soon, because you could be making a choice that puts you back right at the beginning of this cycle, because you're very close to ending a cycle. Okay, and so don't ignore your intuition and make a choice that puts you right back where you started, because then a month or a few months to a year from now, you're going to be right back in it at this 2 of Earth, 9 of Fire, the Moon energy. And we want to be here with the Empress and the Knight of Cups energy. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that you were able to feel better about where you're at and where you're going, because you're going somewhere very beautiful with the Empress energy here. You're going to be feeling more nurtured by your environment and more satisfied, and that is all as humans we could ever ask for. So I hope that you have a good rest of your day, Pile 1, and hopefully I see you in another reading. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this, I'm trying to remember, was rose quartz the second crystal? It was originally when I first set down the piles, and now I think I moved it around to the last crystal. Oh well. I'll just have to say it when I edit the video. So we're gonna go ahead and go with pile rose quartz, because that's the crystal that I picked up. So apologies if you came here for carnelian and now you're realizing carnelian has been switched to the third pile. Sorry about that, but we're here and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Pile now 2 rose quartz, and we're gonna start with figuring out where your energy currently is, to know where you're going and to set you up for some success, for some understanding as to why you're in the current situation that you're in, to prepare you for the good news that's coming. So we're going to start with the herbiary deck. Okay. What is pile 2 rose quartz current energy? Please, what is pile 2 rose quartz current energy? We have ripple outward, so self-heal. So you're definitely in this period of healing, pile 2. And as always, I like to read from the book for the herbiary cards. Pretty, pretty prunella, my teacher used to murmur to this tiny flower with fuzzy leaves and a snapdragon face. Prunella, or self-heal, is a wee thing, small in the way of butterflies whose flapping wings can stir a hurricane half a world away. Like a pebble dropped in a pond, self-heal ripples outward, allowing healing to begin. She reminds you that one properly placed shift, no matter how small, creates concentric circles of effect, each amplifying change. Self-heal knows how to find the center from which all else flows. Ripple out from here, she whispers, as she helps you discover the secret of your own true healing. If self-heal appears for you, it's time to drop your pebble in the pool. So you might be feeling you might be feeling defeated right now, or you might be feeling like you might be feeling insecure, or that you don't have an effect on the people around you or your own world, but you definitely affect people, and you definitely affect others by improving yourself every day and working on yourself, and developing your sense of self deeper. So right now, in this time period that you're in, realize that whatever is going on in your life, you matter to other people, and your presence here on earth matters, and that your soul is needed here, and that this could be a difficult time of self, especially with this card being a water image. You could be feeling like your sense of self is being disrupted right now, or maybe a lot of your shadow self is being mirrored to you in your interactions with people or in your interaction with the world. It can be really hard. You might have water placements, so you could just be in this time of triggering right now, and as you're being triggered, you're healing your triggers, and since you're healing yourself, you're healing other people. You could also be needing to put yourself out there more, developing a stronger sense of presence online. You might be thinking about putting more effort into your social media, and developing a stronger voice. This is also a blue card, which is reminding me of throat chakra. So you could be working on speaking up for yourself more. Either way, whatever you're working on, whatever you're healing, whatever it is, it's important that you do this, because again, your presence here affects the collective, and it's important that you're here. We appreciate your energy, we appreciate your space and your time here, because you are benefiting people. People are benefited by your presence. So with that being said, I feel like this process is going to be continuing for the next few months to a year for you, and it can be painful at times, but again, it's important for you, and it's important for your journey. And I think there's going to be really good things that come out of this, even through its difficult times, and you might not fully understand the purpose of this time period for you until a couple years from now, honestly. But this is a time period that's shaping you, shaping the people that are around you. I feel like you'll be able to see, especially the next couple years from now, that the place you're at in life is completely transformed. So yeah, continue to ripple outward, continue to put yourself out there more, and know that as you heal yourself from within, you're healing the collective and healing people around you in general. So we're going to go ahead and get into what good news is on the way for you. All right, pile 2, please. Rose quartz. What good news is on the way for pile 2? What good news is on the way for rose quartz, please? Okay, 6 of earth. We're not going to take all of that. Whenever the deck's trying to spill out all those cards, they're definitely trying to tell like a whole story, and I'm not here to be on this video for hours. Okay, definitely good energy is coming for you guys. Good news is coming in general, of course. Ooh. And this card wanted to come out when all those cards flipped out, this King of Air. So let's get into what is here. So definitely as you shift and work through things that come up, you're creating an environment around you that is more balanced, more nurturing, more grounded. You could be having issues with feeling grounded in reality right now, or feeling grounded in general. So you're definitely going to be coming into a more grounded time period very soon with this Queen of Earth energy. I don't want to get into it right now, but I do want to say, because it's like pressing me, if you are single, there's definitely a possibility for you to be meeting someone very soon with this Queen of Earth, King of Air energy, and the Ace of Cups coming out. If you're not single, if you're not interested in love, you're going to be coming into this time period in the future of being this King of Air person. So just very pragmatic, very honest, and someone that's not putting up with other people's BS. Someone who's, again, speaks what's on their mind, and their advice and everything that they have to say, especially if you're working on developing a social media presence. You're going to be coming into this, and it's for everyone honestly, but you're going to be coming to this time period in the future where people appreciate a lot of things that what you have to say. So yeah, your words are going to be very, very important to people in the future. So even if you don't have a social media presence, you could just be someone that's very impactful with what they say and what they speak. And people will really appreciate that, really appreciate you and your honesty. So what good news is on the way to you? Six of Earth. I feel like you could be coming into this time where you just really attract money and gifts and opportunities really easily. So the energy that you putting into yourself, that you've been putting into working on yourself, and if you felt like in the past like your energy that you gave to others was really unbalanced, like your friendships weren't reciprocated, you didn't get paid adequately for the work that you put into your job or your career, that's changing. Especially if you've been working a job that you don't feel like you're getting anything out of. You could be coming into a new work opportunity or creating an opportunity to make money with this Ace of Air. I mean, this is victory, and I feel like you're coming into this time period where life is going to be working for you, especially if you've been putting a lot of energy into coming to a place where instead of fighting and constantly like going, you decide to start resting and letting life come to you, letting opportunities come to you, especially as you're healing. That could be something that you're working on or healing. You could be healing this need to always be doing something, always be busy, always be going after things. And you could be coming to a time where, what is that saying on that TikTok affirmation? I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply find me. So you could be saying that affirmation a lot, especially if you're on TikTok, or just realizing now that you're tired and you want to rest. And I feel like the universe is affirming that with the Six of Earth energy and this Four of Air energy, Four of Swords, and this Queen of Earth energy. The Queen of Earth can sometimes be someone that gains money from others or gains money from a certain partnership, which is a possibility since we have this Ace of Water here. I definitely feel like if you're not in a relationship, or if you're unhappy in a relationship, and that could be something that you've been giving a lot of energy into and it's not been balanced, you could be entering into a time period where you're attracting people to your life that give to you and want to give to you and want to see you succeed and want to support you. So yeah, again, it says on the Six of Earth card, new career opportunity. So you could be given an opportunity soon or creating an opportunity soon with the Ace of Air where you're earning passive income. Oh, I definitely see that with the Four of Air and the Queen of Earth. Yeah. You'd be coming to a time period where you're earning passive income and therefore you're not having to work so hard, especially with the Queen of Earth. Yeah, the Queen of Earth it says take a sensible approach. So I feel like you could be taking an approach to your life now where, again, you just want life to come to you and you just want opportunities to come to you and you just want to attract instead of, you want to be in receiving mode. And receiving mode, that's a hard path to take, especially in a capitalistic society where people have been ingrained to consistently be on the go and consistently fight and work their butt off to be given anything. And people are often told that, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, I feel like you're going to be in the situation where you're like, well, money grows on my trees soon. So if you have some idea soon with this Ace of Air, or the Ace of Swords can also talk about seizing an opportunity. I feel like something might come up to you, or you could be approached by something, or prompted. That's the word I'm looking for, to seize an opportunity with this Ace of Swords energy. And you might have to put a little bit of time and effort into it at first because it does say a challenging beginning. But either way, especially with this Four of Swords energy, very soon it's going to be working for you and it's going to be its own running machine. And you're not going to have to put a lot of effort into it at all with this Four of Swords energy. You're going to be coming to a time of rest. And again, Queen of Earth is often someone who gains money through others. So you could be entering into a relationship or just being friends with people who are very giving. And of course, don't take advantage of these people. But I feel like these people are just going to appreciate you and your mind, especially. You seem to be someone that's very brilliant, intellectual, and has good advice. And you could be attracting people into your life that really appreciate that and really want to give to you and really want to understand you. Ooh, you could be paid. Some of you guys could be getting an opportunity to be paid for your business advice. You could be an advisor for other people, financial advisor maybe, or just an assistant to someone. But it's like you're an advisor to somebody. If you don't want to work on your own social media, you could be somebody that still has the the skills and the skill set to be an advisor for an influencer or somebody like that, and you can make a business out of that. I don't know, I'm just getting all these different things with these cards here, but either way, good stuff, good shit is on the way for y'all. Honestly, really good shit. Like new creative ideas. You could be a writer. You could have been having writer's block right now, and you're finally getting an idea to shift that, especially with the Ace of Air and the Four of Swords coming out together. You could have been in this time where you didn't really have an idea for writing or anything like that, but you're getting a new spark and idea if that is something that interests you. And Ace of Cups, the good thing for everyone watching this reading is this Ace of Cups energy, you're entering into a time of more emotional fulfillment. And that emotional fulfillment that you have, it's going to attract love again from all corners. I think people in business and career and work are going to be appreciating you more and vocalizing that. If you're single, I've said it several times, I definitely feel like there's somebody that is coming into your life or entering your life very soon, within the next few months. Definitely by the end of this year, if you're watching this when this comes out. And it could be a slow start or a challenging start with this Ace of Swords energy, but this is going to be somebody that you're not going to want to let go. You're going to want to fight for this with the Ace of Swords. But you're going to be very comfortable around this person with the Four of Air and the Queen of Earth. They're going to see you for who you are. You're going to feel very seen and appreciated from this person. And the energy is going to be balanced and reciprocated with the Six of Earth. And the energy will be very nurturing for you. But it might be like you're going to want to seize the opportunity to be with this person with the Ace of Swords, but it might be a challenging beginning for you guys to get it off the ground. There might be like conflicts or stuff that has to be worked out for y'all to be together. But yeah, there's just like all this different stuff coming in from these cards. So I feel like if you've been struggling with money or anything like that, you're getting gifted some money or a loan to pay things off. It says receiving a loan to pay off debts, but the Six of Earth is really about gifts. The Six of Earth can also be about communication. This is going to be for very few, because I don't really want to get into like no contact or anything like that, but if you've been waiting on communication from someone, that could be coming in. So communication, closure, even just that, things that you felt like you needed to move forward in these next few months of your life, especially if it's like Luna's outside with me, y'all, and she's been messing with this tree that I'm next to, but she's finally decided to come over here and start messing with these cards. She always wants to lay on the cards when I'm doing a tarot reading, and it's so frustrating. So yeah, y'all are just entering into this time of creation, especially with the Six or this Queen of Earth. I'm seeing like this lady, and she's got like this, energy coming out from her. It looks like magic, and all this abundance of coins, of pentacles in this cauldron. So I feel like y'all are just entering into this magical time, honestly, of just being able to create whatever it is that you truly desire. And that's all come from this healing and this effort that you put into yourself and into developing your sense of self and working on your, here she goes. What'd I just say, y'all? Really, Luna? You got me messed up. Yeah, the sense of creation. Trying to see if I get anything else. So throughout this difficult time, take breaks, take rests, especially even if you haven't come to this realization and you have still been in that energy of go, 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 you need to stop. Because Luna, if you don't get away from my tripod, get away, stop. Didn't I just say y'all need to stop? And Luna's out here trying to move around instead of just sit down. You all need to be in this time period of resting and chilling and letting life work for you. It's possible. It really is. And it says allow more time before making decisions. So you don't have to always make decisions instantly. If people come to you and they have an opportunity for you and you're not sure about it, or even if you're like super excited about it, sometimes some people need to let their emotions wave before they make decisions. So especially if you ever made a decision and that you were excited about in the time, but then when like if you agreed to hang out with a friend, like, yeah girl, next Tuesday 8 p.m. we're going out for chips and margs, chips and salsa and margs, and then Tuesday it's 7 p.m. and you're like, dreading going out with your friends. But you were so excited about it when you made the decision to go out, but now you're like, I really don't want to get up and get ready and get dressed. Like, some people need to allow more time before making decisions. So when opportunities come to you during this time, allow some time before making decisions, just so that you can make sure you're making the best decisions for yourself. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into more advice, because I feel like I could keep going all day with these cards. I just keep getting stuff from what I'm looking at here. Okay. What advice does pile 2 rose quartz need? Okay, 2 cards came out for y'all, so we're going to take them. We have Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helper in the Subtle Realms, and Anna, Grandmother of Jesus, Seeding the Light, Laying Foundations, Divine Plan. So everything that's happening for you guys right now is divinely orchestrated, divinely guided. 2 Working Light cards came out talking about divine plan and divine orchestration. So literally, again, I cannot say this enough, like, y'all really don't need to be doing anything except things that make you excited, things that light you up. You don't need to accept any opportunities. You don't need to do anything that you don't want to do right now, because everything is being done for you. So you really just need to sit back and relax and enjoy your time, enjoy your space, have fun. You might feel like you can't have fun right now, and you need to stop doing things that you don't enjoy doing, and you need to have fun and let the divine work everything out for you right now, and let things come to you, because you've been in this time period where you've been seeding manifestations and affirming even, and journaling or scripting or whatever kind of manifestation that you do, or just trying to dream a new life into being. But at the same time, you could be repeating old ways of doing life that don't align with the life that you're trying to create. And so you have to stop forcing things into happening. You have to stop doing things that you don't feel aligned with doing just to try to make a living or whatever it is. And you need to let the divine work for you, because you have divine help on your side, and things are literally being worked out for you in the background that you're not even aware of. And I feel like these gifts especially are going to be, a lot of these gifts that you're going to be getting soon are going to be from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, from your angels, working for you over time these past few months to get you to this time period where you can rest and take a break and just let things come to you, life come to you. And it's going to be a more emotionally fulfilling time. It's going to be a more satisfying time. And you can start now. You can start being satisfied now by only doing things that you enjoy doing. So I hope that was helpful, pile 2. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3. And I think you're supposed to be pile 2. If you chose a carnelian stone, I think I laid out the carnelian stone as the last stone, or it's the second stone. And when I I picked up the rose quartz stone when I set out to do the second pile and confused myself. So I apologize, pile carnelian. You are now pile 3 if you were originally pile 2, where you chose to be the carnelian stone and you thought you were going to be the second pile. You are now the third pile. So I apologize for the confusion. It really doesn't matter in the long run of things, I believe, unless you did a number picker to pick your pile. But either way, we're going to go ahead and get into the current energy that you're in and see how that is shaping the good news and opportunities that are coming your way. So we're starting out with the herbiary deck. Pile 3, Carnelian. What energy is Pile 3 currently in? What are they currently dealing with? I don't know if I've gotten mugwort before. Oh, I think I have, like once. Between Dreams, mugwort. If you have never smoked mugwort before or drank mugwort tea, I truly would advise you to at least try it once. It is a mild hallucinogen. It's not, okay, well, it's not really a hallucinogen. I don't know the right term for it, but it's can make you feel a little woozy in a good way, in a really good way, and it's very, very mild, and it's a good alternative to weed if you don't smoke weed and you're never wanting to smoke weed, but maybe you need a distressor. Okay, mugwort can be your friend and can be a very helpful friend. Oh, Luna, stop. Oh my goodness. She's out here on my dog's lead, and she decided to walk between the tripod, and now the lead is in between the tripods. So I'm afraid if she decides to chase after a bug or something startles her, she's gonna knock my camera down. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading so that we can get this done and get Luna out from between the tripod. So Between Dreams, yeah, mugwort also helps with having interesting dreams, and yeah, it's just, mugwort's fun. Mugwort is fun. It's a good, if you do smoke and you want to add it to your, you know, your weed, that's always fun. Mugwort. Mugwort lives in the space between deep rest and waking. She's the daughter of moonlight and protector of those who travel the dream time. Mugwort curls around your mind, whispering your dreams into words and images that you can clutch as you climb levels of consciousness and return to your waking self. While Mugwort's constant vigil makes her a bit waspish and bitter, she knows the many layered worlds and can guide you through the serpentine paths of the collective unconscious. Call on her to guide you through dreams or journey work. If mugwort appears to you, she's calling you to dip into these subtler realms. So the first thing that I'm getting from that is, some of you guys could be, if you know your rising sign, you could be having a 12th house transit right now. So there could be planets transiting your 12th house, possibly the sun, while you're watching this, or maybe even your 8th house. And those houses are about like taboo things, dreams, spiritual work, metaphysics, and just the things that are hidden, especially the 12th house, things that are hidden to you. So you could be working through addressing some shadow work, working through your triggers, journaling a bit more, and you could be feeling like you're asleep in the waking world. So maybe while you're walking through life right now, you could be feeling so disconnected to everyone and just not fully grounded. So I would definitely suggest that you get out in nature as much as possible, or just sit on the ground when you're at home instead of sitting on a couch or sitting in bed. Like, ground yourself as much as you can during this time, because it can be really difficult when you're going through a 12th house transit. It can be really uncomfortable if that is something that you're dealing with, or even if you're not having a lot of planets transit in your 12th house, you could still be feeling like, I know that whenever the sun is in Pisces, the Pisces is in my 12th house. Okay, Luna, stop. You know what? Y'all just bear with me. I'm going to lift this thing up so that her lead isn't underneath the tripod. Okay. There we go. Alright. Apologies. But I know when the sun is in Pisces, I feel that Pisces energy of illusions and delusions. Okay? So, either way, You could be dealing with some energies right now in your life that just feel dreamlike. Life could be feeling unreal and dreamlike, or again, you could just be really feeling really disconnected, and you could be going through a spiritual awakening or the beginning of a spiritual awakening, and that can be really uncomfortable. So my advice is take your time with this and don't resist it. That resisting it is just going to make it worse. I'm trying to think, is anything else coming from this card? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and get into what good news is coming your way. What good news and good opportunities are coming from this time period that you've been going through. I feel like your psychic abilities could be developing or become stronger during this time. And that being said, you have hold a lot of power in your hands to connect with the divine. And if you have really no idea what you want or where you're going, you can create that. Create what you want. Create where you're going. In the meantime, we'll see what's coming your way. Some of you guys are in a transition place right now, and that's why you're feeling so disconnected. You just really don't, you don't really fit with where you've been, and you don't know where you're going. And so you're just kind of feeling lost and confused. Let's see. What good news is on the way for pile 3? Carnelian, what good news is on the way for pile 3? Balance. That talks about waiting for perfect timing. So you're not really in a time period of being able to force anything. Ooh, King of Earth. That's good. I feel like that's the energy y'all will be entering into really soon. The 8 of Water. Yeah, this is so true. A desire to move on. So you're definitely moving away from all the things that you haven't felt connected to anymore. Yeah, let's just pull the rest of the cards before we get the messages. The Emperor. Ooh. And the Ace of Air. I feel like pile 2 and pile 3 are connected, and it's really interesting because I got the crystals mixed up. There's some sort of connection between pile 2 and pile 3. You might have been attracted to both the rose quartz and the carnelian stone. It's interesting. It's interesting. Okay. I can't get over it, so I'm going to say it. If you watched Rose Quartz and you felt connected to pile 3, some of you guys in Rose Quartz, I said that some of you guys will be meeting someone soon, and this could possibly be a love connection. I feel like the reason that you could have been attracted to pile 3 is not because this message is necessarily for you. It could be that that person that's coming into your life, this is their energy. Even if you're not single, you could have somebody with this energy come into your life soon, who's in this time period right now between dreams. That's not going to be for everyone, so don't take it if it doesn't resonate. You could have been attracted to this pile and pile 2 because there are messages in both piles for you, and messages that you will resonate with in both piles. But for some of y'all, I cannot get away from saying it, like, this could be a person coming into your life that isn't dealing with this energy. Especially because the Queen of Earth came, and the Queen of Earth came out in pile 2, and we have the King of Earth coming out, so that's counterparts. And then we have the Ace of Air come out on both piles. So, alright, that said, now we can move into the messages. So yeah, you're in this period right now of needing to wait. And it's going to carry out while these good things come into your life, but there are very good things coming into your life. I feel like you're in this period of restructuring here with the Emperor coming out. And you're going to feel, even though you feel unbalanced right now, especially if the time is feeling really, everything's feeling really confusing, you don't feel grounded. The good news is balance and grounded energy is coming in your way. And that is going to lead you to have clarity. If you have been feeling really unclear about where you're going, where you've been, and how all of this is supposed to make sense, this is also kind of similar to, that was pile 1, right? I think it was pile 1. You might have watched pile 1 as well, but pile 1 had this energy too. And they had the Empress come out, and we have the Emperor in this pile. But pile 1 had this energy too. Where they needed to look at the bigger picture in their good news, where the opportunity to look at the bigger picture or understand the bigger picture was coming up. And I see that energy similar to y'all. It's not entirely, because there are a little bit of differences, but the thing about it is you don't have even the images on your puzzle pieces. Pile 1 had a puzzle that they were trying to put together, and they at least had the images on the puzzle pieces and could try to match that up. Well, your puzzle pieces are blank, and you're trying to put a blank puzzle together that will become clear when the puzzle is together. And you also don't have a box with a picture on it either to tell you what the puzzle even is. So you're just like really like in this dreamlike state. Nothing seems real, you don't feel grounded, but everything will become clear to you very soon. And clarity is going to be a big thing coming into your life, especially because the 7 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. And I don't even read this deck reverse. That's why anytime a card flipped out in it, I put it up, because I don't do reversals in this deck. But for whatever reason, I need to do this card reverse, because the 7 of Cups can talk about confusion. It says on this card, complex decision, they need to do research, stop procrastinating. But the 7 of Cups can talk about confusion, having too many options, having too many choices. Nothing's clear. You don't really have, you're waiting on that gut feeling to make the right choice. And with it being reversed on this bottom of the deck, I really feel like you're coming out of this time of confusion. And that's the good news. Like, the good news is that you will soon no longer be confused. You'll soon no longer be in this dreamlike state. I'm also, whenever I got this card, I was remembering the song Blinding by Florence and the Machine. So that might be something that you want to visit and listen to. Blinding by Florence and the Machine. I'll link it in the bio or the description box. But that song says, a visitor in the waking world, never wide awake. So I feel like you are a visitor in this waking world right now, never wide awake, trying to figure out like how to come back to earth, how to be more grounded. And you're being set up for balance to come into your life. And this is like, what you're really learning is patience. Patience with nothing being clear. Patience with uncertainty. Because when you're uncertain and you're confused, you have to just wait for that time period to be over. You have to wait for clarity, and you don't need to make decisions that you are not sure about. So the thing about it is you're coming to this place soon where you will soon be able to make clear decisions, and because you will have the picture on the box for your puzzle, and you will have the color on the puzzle pieces again. So you just have to wait and be patient with this time period. I know that can be really annoying, but you just need to have, as it talks about cooperation and compromise, I feel like you just need to compromise and have cooperation with the universe right now. while they work everything out. This is also card 14, and that 1 plus 4 reduced to 5, or 14 reduces to 5. So that is 5 is a change, a number for change in numerology. So yeah, big changes are happening for you, but it's all happening behind the scenes right now, and you won't understand it, but you will soon understand it. And that's the good news, is that it's going to all make sense. And with clarity, you're going to be feeling really more grounded with this King of Earth energy, and feeling really successful. Like, you're going to be able to make clear decisions, make clear choices, and these choices are going to lead you to a time of balance, in your finances. I feel like feeling way more stable and generous. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered is what this card says, and that's what I'm saying. Is like, you're going to have the clarity to make clear decisions, and decisions that you're excited about, decisions that will satisfy you and lead to more satisfaction in your life. And you're gonna have clarity on what is no longer working out for you with the 8 of water, and be able to clearly move on from situations, from environments, from people that are not filling your cup, that are not making you happy. And that could be sad in itself, but I do feel like that is good news, especially if you've been in a relationship or in a job that you are not happy at, and you're not happy at. But it's kind of giving me sunk cost fallacy, and that talks about, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship, that talks about sorry, I'm having thoughts relating to my own life, or to relating to people that I know, rather. But the sunk cost fallacy is about time in the amount of time that you put in, or amount of effort that you put into something, and you feeling like because of the time that you put in that you have to stay in it. So especially if I'm just using this as an example. Say you've been in a relationship for like 12 years, okay? And you're not satisfied in this relationship anymore. But you've been with this person for so long, you're comfortable with them, you've gotten complacent. And even though you're not happy, even though you're not satisfied, you can't help but think, well, maybe I'm just in this energy right now. Maybe things will get better. They're not going to get better, but you're like, well, I've been here for so long, I can't really leave now. That's sunk cost fallacy, okay? Instead of making the choice to, especially knowing that you deserve better, and that person that you're with deserves better, that they deserve to be loved passionately and fully by someone that is invested in them. Even though you're not invested in that person anymore, you're invested in the time that you invested in that relationship. That is sunk cost fallacy. And if you're moving away from that with this 8 of Cups energy, if you've invested time, years into a job that you're not passionate about, that you're not satisfied with, but you've been in that job for 10, 13, 20 years, and you're fed up, you're going to be fed up. You're no longer going to be a visitor in the waking world, just moving through your routine. That's another thing. I feel like you're going to have a shift in your routine, and that's going to be really helpful for you to get out of autopilot. That is where you've kind of been in this between dreams world. You're in a transition, and your autopilot is kind of being flipped off. And that's, yeah, a lot of you guys are having your autopilot flipped off. So it's been on for so long, and with it flipping off, that can be really disorienting, and you're wanting change right now, but you don't know where to move. You're going to have direction really soon, and clarity on where to go, and an understanding of where you've been, and being grateful for the impact that it's had on your life so far. But you're really finally ready to say, thank you, I'm done, I'm moving on now, I'm ready for something new. And yeah, new structure in your life with the Emperor here. I feel like you've been in this period of things crumbling, and now with this Emperor card here, you're coming into this energy. I feel like you will be in this Emperor energy, but in your life even, there's going to be more of restructuring. That's what I'm getting, restructuring with the Emperor. And the Ace of Air, you're going to be able to make quick decisions, and decisions that you're proud of, and you're gonna have a sense of victory, and be able to have some creative inspirations. I feel like there's gonna be an opportunity presented to you, that you're gonna want to jump onto, and something that you can't really say no to. I'm trying to see. I have like notes on all the cards, and I'm trying to get some more information on the Emperor. Yeah, so the Emperor talks about also, feeling more in control, being in charge, and feeling powerful. So, especially hyping on the control card, or control, I feel like you're going to be feeling more in control of your life really soon. Because right now you don't really feel in control of anything. So your sense of control is going to be coming back to you. But the thing about this balance card is you're going to need to have balance with having control and letting the universe have control in your life too. Because if you get too stuck and always needing to follow your mind and not your body, because that's the thing, is that our body is really what should be guiding us in making decisions, not our mind. But because the universe will knock you back to where you were if you don't let them have a hand in guiding you. So just be in balance with the universe and balance with this Emperor energy that you're going to be inhabiting soon. And you'll be okay. You'll be okay. The Ace of Air, I'm seeing, it also says seeing the truth of a situation. And I feel like that's another thing that's leading you to this Eight of Cups energy. Moving on from something because you're seeing information, you're seeing things more clearly. Yeah, clarity. That is the good news for you. And I think you're appreciative of that information, honestly. You're appreciative of me saying clarity, because I feel like a lot of you guys have been so unclear. And clarity is going to lead you to a lot of the other things that you're manifesting. So if you wanted to really know, like, love is on the way to you, I really feel like that is going to be one of the benefits of the situation that you're moving into now. It's going to take some time, but all of it's unfolding. It's unfolding, and you really just need to be patient and wait for perfect timing. So patience is something that you're having to learn, but it's good. It's good for you. It's hard in the moment, and it can be a little bit frustrating, but frustration is never some. Okay, that card just fell out, so I'm just gonna take it. I'm still gonna shuffle, but it was like, I got something I want to say. So yeah, like I said, you could be developing psychic insights, your psychic abilities. Okay, everything's just falling out for y'all. The advice cards are really coming through for y'all, because I still want to shuffle and get a card, but the cards are just falling out. Okay, pile 3, please. What advice does pile 3 need? Alright, there we go. So, yeah, psychic abilities are deepening for you guys if you already feel like you have them, or you're developing your psychic abilities more and learning to trust them more is something that y'all are working on. Let me make sure this is still recording. Okay, good. But Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising, you are the Oracle. I might read that passage for y'all. We have birthing a new age, so you're literally, again, between dreams. And like I said, you have that power right now to really, you're gaining that power, honestly, to really bring a whole new world, your whole new world into being. I know I said that. Go back and watch the beginning of the readings. I said something very similar about developing your dream life. If you have no idea what you want your life to look at, you're in this period now where you're gonna figure that out, and you're realizing that your life could be whatever you want it to be, and you don't have to no longer be stuck in these situations, 8 of Cups, that are not fulfilling. You have to search for something more meaningful. And then we have share your voice, come out the cave, persecution, expression. I love that I put that over the Ace of Air, being able to speak your truth is something that's gonna, I feel like after being through this time, you're gonna be able to be a really inspiring voice for others. I love this energy. I really do. Especially in connection to pile 2. Because again, if you decide to watch this reading through because you felt something inside of you light up when I said that this could be this person's energy, if you watched pile 2 and you were like, that's my energy for sure, but you felt connected to pile 3 or this carnelian stone in a way, and you're watching this and you're like, this isn't really my energy, but something that when Melody said that this could be my person or somebody that's coming into my life and this is what they're dealing with, if that resonated with you and you stuck through and you watched it just because you felt connected to that, this is your King of Swords, bruh. Because this Ace of Swords, that King of Swords came out on the bottom of the deck for pile 2, and this Ace of Swords is somebody that's developing, their voice and being able to be someone really clear, who like has clarity and is just really connected. And that King of Swords, that's King of Swords energy as well. It's interesting. I feel like in a way, this reading also, like all the readings kind of connect, but this reading kind of connects to pile 1 as well, because the Empress came out for pile 1. So this might be some of the ones in pile 1. If you watch pile 1 and you also wanted to watch this carnelian stone, this could also be someone coming in your life, pile 1. I think that's for a smaller percentage of people than it is for pile 2, but I feel like that makes sense for pile 1 as well. Again, if you're like, nah, this isn't a person coming in my life, this is my energy as well, like, take that. Take whatever resonates, this is a collective general reading, so not everything I say is going to fit, but you got to take what fits. But yeah, let's read the book for y'all, because I feel like y'all just need that extra reassurance about this stuff. So we'll start with Pillar of Light. Give me a second. Okay, page 102. You are heaven and earth in perfect expression, a conduit for the light of the heavens to earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light connecting connecting the light of the heavens above with the earth. As the light shines through each of your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration in the vibration of the planet. The higher realms of the cosmos, guides, angels, and spirit, with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of planet Earth. They dance together through you, they sing together through you. Without your body, voice, and creations, neither can be expressed. For too long, we've been taught that God is outside of us, giving away our power to angels and spirit guides. But without you, they do not have a voice. You are the oracle. Do not look for guidance outside, for you hold all of the wisdom of the entire universe in the portal of your heart. In every cell of your body, do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you, they have no way of communicating. You are the oracle. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the pillar of light. And then I'll read Birthing a New Age, and I'm not going to read Share Your Voice. I feel like that one's kind of point blank. Birthing a New Age. Often our path is exactly the one we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now we're in a transition period between ages. In the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new one to rise, like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities in ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, Essenine, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from times past. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. Wow, I love that card. I love that passage. That also inspired me to say something, and this is not going to resonate with a lot of people at all. It's very few people. I don't even believe that any guys watch my channel, but that might change. Some of you guys are possibly thinking about becoming a dad, are a dad to a young child, or might be with someone who you're having a child with, and you might be very, very, very unsure, really confused right now at the idea of becoming a father. Some of you guys are becoming a mother. Some of you guys are becoming a mother or wanting to have a child, and not, take it as a resonate, flip it if it needs to be flipped. Either way, you're becoming a parent, thinking about becoming a parent. This is not going to resonate with everyone at all. And you might be scared, really scared about the birth of this child, the birth of this possible child, or the child that you already have that's young. And you might be really wanting to do this child justice, wanting to make sure that this child feels nurtured and taken care of. And you're just scared that you could be doing the things wrong. And something that this passage said made me want to say this. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. I just want this to be a reminder to future parents, or parents to young children, or even if your child isn't that young. Sometimes we expect, or some people expect to have children and expect them to conform to the parents' ways and knowledge and being. To any future parents or parents of young children, or whatever your child's age is, let your child be a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. That is the best way that you can help your child, is to let them come into their own being, to let them come into their own person. And if you nurture that, you nurture your child's wild, uncontrollable consciousness, because they are their own person and they are not an extension of you just because they share your DNA, or even if they don't share your DNA, you might be adopting a child. Either way, please let your child be their own person. That is the best way you can be a good parent, is to support your child as their own human being. So I just wanted to say that for some people that you might needed to hear that. You're going to be a good parent. I also want to reassure you that you are going to be a good parent. This is part of the confusion. You have these good parent energies coming out here with this King of Earth and the Emperor energy. The Emperor is dad, right? That's daddy. Let me stop. I know we're about to go inside, Luna. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and hopefully I see you guys in another reading. Like, subscribe, share if you feel so inclined to, and yeah, have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.